Hey everyone, it's been a while. I am in the process of moving, as you might have heard, so things have been a little bit up in the air, but I do have a new interview show up on my BitChute, and it's too long for Minds. I guess you can only put like 20 minutes up on Minds, but it's on Rumble and Brighteon as well. I wanted to talk about some good news. This happened in Portland, Maine, more than a year ago, November of 2020. Portland, Maine became the first city in Maine to ban facial recognition. So private citizens are entitled to a minimum of $1,000 in fines if they are subjected to facial recognition scanned by police. So they're trying to uh, block the ability for the police to use a facial scan technology. And I've talked about this before in Detroit and some other major cities. There's something called Project Greenlight in Detroit where they have the 5G technology and it's connected in with real-time surveillance and facial recognition. So I had spoken to people who in downtown Detroit, they have these green lights with these cameras. So you supposedly know that you're being recorded, and it's called Project Greenlight. And they use a facial scan technology. I think it even uses a pre-crime technology as well that I've done videos on. They've been using that in Canada, I believe Toronto. They're using pre-crime, quote unquote, pre-crime algorithms. So I saw that in Detroit. I wondered why there was all these green lights over these cities and at these street corners. And if you look, there's actually a camera there, and they are scanning people's faces, looking for recording crimes. And people I spoke to who were in downtown Detroit said, well, yeah, they're recording the crimes occurring, but good luck trying to get the police there. So police aren't even showing up, or if they show up, it's 20 minutes after the crime. So it's not like it's actually stopping crime, it's just recording it for whatever reason. So there was a passage of this initiative unanimously by the city council in Portland, Maine, and there's been some attempts to get this as a federal law as well. So it's happened in some smaller cities and picked up into some bigger cities. Portland's just the latest city to swear off the technology, following previous bans by Boston, San Francisco, and Portland, Oregon. And now Maine has actually become the first state to ban the technology. Maine now has the toughest facial recognition restrictions in the U.S. So LD 1585 unanimously approved by the State House and Senate on June 16th and 17th and became law without the signature of Governor Janet Mills. So Governor Janet Mills is a Democrat, and she is absolutely terrible. The people of Maine have blocked there's a energy corridor that they're trying to build that goes from Canada through Maine to Massachusetts, a major power line, and it is going through a lot of private land. There's a lot of eminent domain issues. There's also a lot of state land that they're just taking up, and it's horrible. It's unsightly. It's breaking up people's ability to actually use the northern woods for hunting, camping, etc., which is a big part of Maine's economy. And the energy corridor does not actually benefit the people of Maine. It's not even for people of Maine, it's for people of Massachusetts. So they're just using Maine to cut through because all the other states, New Hampshire, Vermont, all the other states, Massachusetts even, don't want it going through their state. So instead, Janet Mills, even though people put out a people's referendum, they're working. This is the second referendum to block the energy corridor. She is working with Central Maine Power, and she's still trying to push it through. So this and with the lockdowns, I mean, they just destroyed Maine's tourism economy. She's really just been terrible for the state, and it's kind of sad to see that when there's a Republican in state, the mainstream news and the local Maine news picks apart every single thing. And of course, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, but it's interesting to see how they're completely silent on all the terrible things that Janet Mills is doing. Whereas under Governor LePage, the previous governor, the Republican, every single thing that he did was fully scrutinized by the news. And now they're just giving Governor Janet Mills carte blanche to be a complete corporate sellout. And thankfully, they were able to pass this because she was actually fighting this, I believe, as well. The country's only other statewide law regulating facial recognition was passed in Washington in 2020, and it authorized state police to use facial recognition technology for mass surveillance of people's public movements, habits, and associations. So that's the pre-crime that they're working on. So Maine is actually working to block that. So pretty awesome that Maine has got this going forward. Here's another article picked on by CNET. Supporters say it's the toughest set of statewide regulations on facial recognition in the United States. So hopefully this will be a way that other states can follow suit and take a look at what is working on here. So definitely some good news. I'm usually pretty critical of a lot of these organizations, and like I said, the state and local governments, but pretty great that they were actually able to pass this and it's going forward today despite the governor's signature. So it's good to see the House and the Senate actually work together on something like this for once. So, and like I said, it passed in Portland, Maine last year, so good to see that moving forward. So let me know what you think. Post in the comments below. You can take a look at this, the LD, they've got a list of what exactly the bill said that was passed, 1585, and you can take a look at this, and hopefully this can be a way that you can contact your state representatives, your congresspeople, and let them know that you want something similar to this or even stronger than this. Even take a look at this, the wording of this, and let me know what you think. I hope you have a great week. I still have my PayPal, my Patreon. I'm on Subscribestar now, and my mail address is going to be forwarded once I'm completely set up. So I'm still accepting mail. It's got to be forwarded, so it's going to take a little while. So I hope you all have a great week and a happy summer. Bye bye.